Hi everyone, welcome to another
Conversation with Lee.
the live version. We hope the lighting is a little better. We've been trying to get it right, um, so we hope it look better. How are you? How is your Sunday? Um, we had a wonderful one when the church came back. Had a wonderful dinner with the family and thing, and for this we are grateful. Just remind us a reminder when you come on, just like the live, indicate who you are so we can, give a shout out, healings, um, whatever the case may be. Yes, I still have a Marega Boy shirt. Yeah, supporting the team, but we lost today again. I was happy to see them go one up, but I was happy to see them go one up, but I'm just gonna hold out. Match ended 3-2. Such is life. We'll have to come again for the next World Cup. I don't think we're going to make it this time around. So you go. So you go, Rigo boys. Yeah, but we're here tonight again on the live. We're not going to tell you how long we're stay because that the length of our lives will depend on the participation of our guests as you come on. All right. So as we say, we ask you to just identify who you are as you come on the live and like the live. And of course, we implore you to participate in our discussion tonight. Now, we are going to make it clear, right? We have not done any in-depth study on this matter, but we just want to start to have a little chat on it to see who's that, Ron. Good night, Ron.
Welcome, cause welcome.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Oh yes, happy
39th birthday.
birthday.
Yes. Um, and I know you're a man on the market, so we hope we'll hear some good news in the future.
Yeah.
All right.
And congratulations to my sister Shannon and her
Yes.
brand new to baby boy Saint.
That's his name. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Then.
Nickname.
Cool. All right. So for congratulations. Yeah, that congratulations. We don't want to miss on nobody. That's about it.
That's about it that I
We can't
remember.
remember. All right. Yeah, man, that's all right, Ron. That's all right, man. We celebrate life, and we celebrate your one more
You're
year,
welcome. You're
as they would
welcome,
say,
cuz.
on the ground. Yeah, one more year. So, yeah, we're happy that you are able to celebrate another year, and we are celebrating with you,
With
sir.
you.
Yeah. So, as we say, we are not, experts are done an in-depth study on the topic, but you see what we have there, and we're going to have a little chat on it. And again, if you are here for the first time, we were watching for the first time. Um, Incidentally, somebody unsubscribed. I don't know if it was deliberate or mistakenly. So if it was deliberate, well, you can
Maybe
probably
this is not the place
message
for
us and
you.
tell us what went
No,
wrong.
not really.
No,
This
I
maybe
mean,
this is just not a place for you.
you
It's
can,
fine.
but then suppose it's not deliberate. Suppose it's a
Well, they
mistake.
will find it out
All right. So
somewhere.
if it was intentional, you just press back the button and you go back to subscribe. All right. So if you're here for the first time, watching for the first time, we
Welcome.
are we are the Lees. Welcome, as Michelle said, and we encourage you to subscribe and share the video with others. If you have found it interesting, we know others will. Um, well, Ruan says, well, if it's deliberate, that is making room for
More.
new people.
That's
Excellent.
right,
Excellent
cuz.
deduction, sir. Excellent deduction. Yeah. So we're looking at the experimental what do you call it, experimental relationship. I think that's what that's it. I was doing a little reading on it. I think that's the name they call it, experimental relationship, but I don't want to misquote. But nevertheless, we're looking at when the roles are switched. Um, I want to make sure I have the right, you call it, yeah?
Information.
No man, the right something there. the right terminology. Right, right. Right, right. Let me see. Right, I was correct. It's called experimental relationship. And in an experimental relationship, basically what happens is that the roles are switched, wherein the man stays home and the woman is the one who now becomes the breadwinner. She is the one who goes out to be the breadwinner. Now, I have a little thing I want to read that I saw, and I think like most countries, the tradition is that the men are the breadwinners, we are the hunters, um, and I know a lot of countries again, they are becoming more open to experimenting in terms of relationship, experimenting with different ideas, experimenting with different concepts or ways of doing things. Now, one of the countries we know, this is a fact, that is very stern and stringent on certain traditions is China, right? So I found something on an experimental relationship that took place between two persons who are in China, who are Chinese. The Chinese artist Pixie Yun, and I don't know, Leo, Liao challenges conventional ideas of gender dynamics. She started the project's experimental relationship after a year of dating Mora, a Japanese musician who's 5 years younger than her. The idea behind the series was to explore what happens if a man and a woman exchange their assigned roles of gender and power, leaving behind any existing preconceptions. The idea of traditional gender roles are still very strong in China, explained Leo. China is much more open than in the past, and it's common for women to work and have high social positions. But feudal thoughts was it feudal but feudal thoughts that have been passed down from thousands of years ago still influence the way men and women are viewed in Chinese society. Growing up, I was always told there's no need to work too hard, but more importantly, to marry a man who can support me. This is the lady though. Marry a man who can support me, have kids, be mother and wife. Experimental relationship is also a homage to the complicated geopolitical history of China and Japan. The lover the lovers respect respective home countries. I don't know.
The lovers' respective home country.
Oh yes, yes, I did that now. Um, so Leo adds Japan and China have a long and complicated story. I see it as love-hate relationship. It's usually tense, but two countries influence each other so much. All right. So traditionally, and when I say traditionally, I think even in the Western world here, that men are the ones who would go out and work, and the ladies would be the one who stay home, take care of the kids, take care of the home, and so forth. Now, this this change or this experimental relationship that is being examined or that is being explored, um, we are saying, I guess, to each his own and how it would work, because whereas the man would normally go out and basically work and bring home the money, then and the wife would stay home and take care of the children and take care of the house. I don't know. I don't know if the role would accomplish the same thing. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think so either. I think to each its own, right? And as we have said before, that to how the time is going now, wherein people are being laid off or out of a job, I think it's fine. It's fine if the man is happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine if the man is happy with it and can manage. Then I see nothing is wrong with a man staying home and the woman go out, because nowadays you have to be deliberate in everything that you do. And say, for instance, it's not all men are in good jobs, right? And it can also be that if the man is an entrepreneur
Mm-hmm.
and work from home and it's
Mm-hmm.
more sufficient for the kids, you understand, because of the whole schooling thing that is happening, it is fine. And if that's what the man is happy with and the woman agree upon, nothing is wrong with it, because you find out in some relationship, the woman also have the better job
Mm-hmm.
that pays better and
Mm-hmm.
benefits the family more. So if they look on it and see that, it's a waste of time for the man to make the sacrifice, go out there not getting much, you understand, when they can basically sustain the relationship upon what the wife, you understand, or the lady is getting while he works from home, or while he, do little things back at home, then fine. Nothing is wrong with it. And that's what I'm saying. It's a time and age where people do things deliberately that fits and suit their relationship and their way of living.
All right. Before we go any further, good night to La Vida Jennings.
Hi,
Hi,
Lavita. Good
sis. We
night.
have been following you, I think, as you've been following us. It's good to have you on the
That's
line.
right.
Normally, you catch us after the video is uploaded or completed. It's good to have you. I hope your husband is watching too. So Rowan says this topic is so close to me because I see my sister do it where she goes out and work and her husband stays home with the kids and it worked good for them. All right.
Beautiful.
Rowan says because in the case she makes more, so it would be
I gotta
it would
see
make
something.
sense for her to go up and work, go out and
Go
work.
out and work. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Michelle raised a solid point. I don't know. I'm thinking again. And Lavida says to each his own. I'm thinking. I don't know if the effect would be the same in terms of the balance, what a woman gives versus what a man gives. A woman gives emotional support. She if I mean especially if it's a young child, the young child will need breasts and or whatever. Um, and that connection that the mother and the child needs to have for at least the first 6 months or so. I don't know.
3 months.
3 months?
Basically, it. Sorry,
No, go
I
ahead,
don't.
man.
Basically, it's 3 months.
You know this more than
Yeah,
me.
it's,
3 months.
what they call it again? Think their leave. Oh God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it will be 3 months. Some persons said the full 3 months. Some people
Mhm,
don't. But however, with the baby getting the breast milk, now you remember the pump. You have pumps. It
mhm,
can be expressed
mhm,
and stored up to couple days. Well, you
mhm,
understand. So it's just that for the men that maybe want to do this and don't know those things, they will learn that over time. You
mhm.
understand? You can leave a simple instruction. Okay, bottle must be warm, milk must be warm enough,
Yes,
must be tested,
yes,
how it should be tested. So basically, it's about preparation.
yeah.
It is about preparation, and you want to think that those things would have come into play
In the discussion.
into this, right? And then so that will be done. But as it relates now, wherein you may find out, say, the man maybe have to take care of the home somewhat
Yeah,
and
I
work.
mean, I don't
It's
know. I
not
don't know if we
impossible.
as men
It's not
are that
impossible.
meticulous in finding where the dirt is and making sure that clean and take. I mean,
It's
I can.
about structure, and it's about structure, principle, and discipline. You
Mhm,
structure your time,
mhm,
and you put down your task as to what time you want to accomplish this
mhm.
and what time you want to accomplish that. For the dads who are serious in doing this and are doing it,
Yeah.
I mean, it can be done, and it is being done because they are doing it.
So what? Ron says his sister, they are having this settings and it works. What Ron? You can type in the chat. What is the response of the husband? I mean,
How
what is
does
it?
he feel
Yeah,
doing it?
how does he feel doing it? What is his take on it now? See that he's experiencing it. You understand me? Because I'm thinking, Lavida said it will be a learning experience. Yes, it would be.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
mean, I guess
It
just
would
like
be.
how, if you're going into a job, you have to take your time, learn the job
Learn.
and so forth.
Yeah.
You know. But I'm just thinking, like, for example, I don't a show I watch. But what happens now? All right, this is the point I want to make. Normally, for example, using what we have, I go out and work, Michelle work from home and she take care of the kids. And that was a strategic decision we made. It was challenging, very, very challenging. But I see the fruits of that bearing out because when I look at Jordan, how she grew up, and now
The
Michael,
benefits,
I
yeah.
see the benefits.
Benefit the
Now,
children.
when I come home in the evenings, right? My children rush to see me and them hug me up and support and daddy, whatever. In fact, Michael, I will come to the gate, Michael said, Daddy's home, whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
they,
Hold on. I know if it's a show watch or I don't know if I'm imagination, but I don't know if it's the same response that comes
you know.
when the man is at home and the man don't get attached, the children don't get attached to the man, and mommy is walking to the gate. And I remember it was a show where the mother walks in and she do and the attention and the gravitation that she normally would receive as the mother,
Oh,
she
she
don't
don't get
get
it.
that. Versus when the man is the one walking through the gate after work hours, he gets that.
Well, that is true. You know, you win some, you lose some.
Is that
But yeah, but some of
weird benefits?
yeah, but the
Weird.
truth is the greater benefit is that if that's the case, then you can eliminate daycare. You understand? You can eliminate daycare because daycare it is really very expensive, especially in some countries.
Right.
It's very expensive. And then you find out that in this case now, a special bond, like there's a turn, as you were saying,
There is a
the band,
turn. It goes to the father.
right, and that's
Yeah.
fine too. And that's fine.
Mhm.
And it's just with the mom, you know that after she maybe get her rest and everything, she have to put in that effort
Mhm.
also to really,
So,
get from that band with the children.
and I think I don't know, I kind of traditional, but me think it's gonna be some some obstacles to overcome in my mind
Yeah,
because I think there's a natural inclination for the children to see mommy, to be around mommy versus when it switch around. Like the child not fear try reorganize them mind and calibrate and say, okay, I have a stay at home dad, not a stay at home mom.
they understand. All right.
Hold
The
on, hold on,
thing.
hold on.
Okay.
Before you continue. Navida says it may feel a bit um
Where are you reading
emasculate.
from?
Okay, emasculated. But the wife will have to try and message his
I need my glass.
the wife will have to try and massage his ego so he doesn't feel bad. Understood. Run now in response says, if I was married, I would be okay with the idea of my wife if my wife goes out and work, and if she made more money than me, because think about it. Yes, the kid need their mom, but if we send them to daycare, okay, then what at least we would have one parent is home taking care of the kids. So he's saying that is a similar situation. If both persons are working out
Yeah,
and you send the kids to
it's the
daycare,
same thing.
it's gonna be
And
the
and that's
same.
what I wanted to say.
Mm,
This thing is that no matter, yes, the father and the child is going to form
develop
a
a bond.
special bond,
Mhm,
but the role of the mother and the role of the father, that band that a mother do have with their children,
mhm.
the father being there more throughout the day, it doesn't really robs it. It's worse if the mother is someone who is still affectionate and loving. Because regardless of the fact, like the strong point that Ron make is that when they go to daycare, mommy is not there and daddy wouldn't be there. So it's the same thing. So when mommy comes, daddy cannot truly replace mommy because there's a level. It's not that the father is going to know becomes the mother. It's just that the father will be present more within the day than the mom. But the father really cannot replace the mother, and the mother really cannot replace the father when it comes on to the situation of a bond and a need of both parents. So it's just that the mother, no, unless the mother is callous and dry, and you understand.
Well, and again, not to cut you, Davis, and again, as Lavida said, then if it feels emasculate or demasculated,
Beautiful.
then the mother has to do her part. But I'm thinking, I'm not lie to you, any couple who decides to make that switch, for their mentalities wide and open, they're supposed to have no form of emotional struggle or thinking of no man is what I want to find. Thinking of have them pride crush anything.
Okay,
You understand what I'm saying?
understand.
Them
Like
supposed
the
to
ego of the man
the
is going
ego
to be
supposed to
bruised.
balance. He's supposed to know himself because when you decide to make that decision and you have a discussion and then you come to a decision to do it, it means about you confident in your masculinity.
Yeah, and then that's where the woman have to understand now that while yes
in the event something happens,
you are making more, or the man is at home and you know whatever, she have as Lavida was saying, she have to ensure now that she encourage him because I believe that within a man, if doing this, it can kind of bruise their confidence. You understand? No matter how confident you are, if the woman doesn't still encourage and you understand, let you feel like that man that you are and know that look here, this not stop anything. Right. You are the big man around here and all. If the woman still do that and the man understand that okay, there is no prejudice
or belittling
or belittling.
of your man.
There's no need for all of that. You just have a and that is also now where you come in, where you have career goals and you know things that you want to do. So it's just that you have sat around the table, examined the thing, and what really makes sense. You understand?
So it's a good night to Marlene as she comes on.
Yes, so it's on the radio.
Good night, Marlene.
Good night, Marlene. Welcome.
Nice. So Rowan says, and I'll see when she gets home from work, she will relieve him of his duty, where he goes out and take a break from them. So he worked for them so that I know it can be done.
It's true. And that's where healthy thinking has to come in. And respect has to be in place. You understand?
So Ron is saying then when the mother comes, she takes over the rest of the night and the rest of the time.
And the man free to relax.
Yeah, but then she not gonna need her rest to go back to work the next morning.
Yes, but remember, no, if you're at work and you're not there lifting up cement, I know that work,
I mean, yeah, because
I
depends
know
on what
the
kind of
brain,
jobs you have.
you understand,
Yeah,
you work with the brain, you can feel exhausted too.
Right.
But when you step into your safe haven and you left work and in a safe haven and you feel comfortable, you have to come home and really cook, you have to come really do that. You know, so
she go over and
she
check
have the
homework.
energy. Yeah, 'cause the children are not going to be there for the whole night.
Yes.
At some point, they're going to sleep. So then she can just, you know, chill.
All right. To be honest, guys, I'm not saying, to be honest with you, it would take some consideration for me to say, all right, switch roles. My wife, if I make some serious money. You know what I mean? For me to say to myself, all right then, because in my mind, what would if I let's just think about it. What would make, apart from the money, what would make a couple make such a decision? Because I don't know. To me, it has to be about the money.
It can be unemployment and all. Maybe
no, that could be the case. But apart from say there's no unemployment. So all right, say I am a carpenter and I'm making and carpenters make serious money, right? But what other reason other than money would make a couple make such a decision?
The benefit of the children. It can be.
Is that the mother is not as warm, so say you know what,
No,
let's.
it can be that the man, that may not be your thing, but do you know you may have some men who they're really working with the corporate world is just not really in
Yeah,
their
man, I've heard of
ambition,
persons
right?
who just cut it off and
Right. So
just
it can
they are
be
stay at
that
home dad.
too. It can be that, and
Mm,
as we say, you have employment at home, not necessarily it's not the money,
mm,
but that's where the man is. And in today's society with coronavirus, you understand,
mm.
with children being more at home, you understand, need somebody there. Some people don't want strangers in their home, whether it be a nanny, whether it be
So we take it from the standpoint that both persons to work out and the decision was made
mhm.
by both, so that one of us need to stay home.
Right. Because remember now, you have people who have bad experiences
Mm-hmm.
with nannies and with their care,
Mm-hmm.
where their children definitely have been maybe abused in some
Abused,
form.
right?
And some
Because even
people have
some
that
of the
phobia.
secret cameras you see.
Right. Some people it have never happened to them, but they may know somebody, and then
Mm-hmm.
that just may be their phobia because of
Mm-hmm.
their past experience as a child growing up, what have happened to them, and all
Yeah,
of that. So they don't trust anybody else on the outside to deal with their children. So
right.
two of the main reason is money and the rearing of their children. It's just a deal breaker. No deal breaker there.
True, real point taken. Well, let's read some of the responses again. All right, so I think we read one from Rowan.
Yes.
All right, so
Carly.
Rowan says, um, and again from experience, my mom did it too because my mom used to have living jobs. So my stepdad used to be at
Oh,
home
yeah.
with us, where she come home on the weekend. Huh? All
You
right,
see? Yeah,
all
so it
right,
does work.
all right. That's a solid point. That's a solid one. Marlene says, anyone who stays home, I am not coming home to start another shift. Period. It not gonna happen. Lamina says, some men would never switch roles. Some men already feel less. So if they don't earn as much as they don't earn as much as a wife. It's
Yeah.
true. You understand me? That's why I say anybody who the couple that decides that, it means their minds, their
Mine is
mentality is
ready
ready and open even for the even just to have the
and
discussion.
strong.
Yeah. So Martin, sorry, Anavi, Martin says, work is work, whether you lift cement or not.
Hard.
I'm coming home to do nothing. You see the point I'm making? All right, big man thing on a serious level.
Can
When
work
I come
out.
home, in afternoons, it's a joy just to when Jordan get feel like she too big, so she don't run to the gate come greet me anymore. But Michael meets me at the gate and whatever. No, but I come in and I go in the room and check on she and whatever. When I'm when I'm through with the greeting, oh well, first of all, if Michelle would come to the gate and I do the grill, the door, I will greet, I will hug, I will kiss and whatever do. And then I go check on Jay because she feels I'm gonna say she's too big now. So I'm going to check her and Michael is already looking him back. Where you bring that, where you bring? Right? After I finish all that now, I will honestly go into relax mode. I honestly go into relax mode. So body because that's what I said. After we done work, I will come home and like start to the next shift. I go and relax. You understand me? And strategically, Michelle and I decided that, and I must stress because there are persons who are close to us who knew the financial struggles that we had to deal with at times, and and especially when I wasn't working and whatever. So though that was a struggle, there was a strategic plan
Plan.
behind us going the way we went because honestly, when I remembered the atrocities that does meet out the children sometimes in daycare, and you may find a daycare and with all good intention,
Yeah.
you say okay, them people you scope them out and whatever. Them all right. lo and behold, something happens.
happen.
You
And
understand me?
again, when
And you can't sue them. You have to just give consideration. Say, boy, maybe the children are the what
yeah.
one of the turn over the party, but not the next one. We gonna do.
And then before, I don't know if they still do it then, but then
Mhm.
when we had our first child, they would have a talk with you. The nurses will have a talk with you before you were discharged.
Mhm.
And one of the things that they said that let me just the lights just go off in my head was when they said that there were little children in daycare who had syphilis
Mhm. No,
and their mom
syphilis.
syphilis
Syphilis.
and their mom because at the daycare people, the people who take care of them thought that they were cute and they would just take care of them. You're so cute, like they would give them a little peck because they're find them so adorable. And I said, but if you take care of my child, you don't need the kids.
Or sometimes it's other parent to come in and see
Yes.
your child.
And then no, they talk about the child, but at daycare, that like those person have the disease, and because of pecking and playing around, your child can get sick. And I said, what? And I said, this is not gonna happen. And then no, we start talking and what have you. Because but then daycare situation, it is kind of tough. I don't know for now, but obviously it is still,
It's still an issue,
happening,
and
and it's
especially with the technology, people get to watch
yeah,
over them,
and
watch your
right, and
daycare.
nobody can really take care of your child like you. So I know it's a great sacrifice. No disrespect to those who have to still use this daycare, not to frighten you or anything. But these are some of the real situation that it's just a deal breaker
No,
for some people.
no, there's I don't know because I don't know if anybody else will remember the show. Was it
Daddy
Daddy Dale or
daycare,
Daddy Daycare?
daddy daycare. Yeah,
Right?
that was good.
Which kind of give us a little insight as to potentially what could happen or what it could look like. You
But
understand me?
then,
But if the roles were switched.
and yeah,
No, again, my only if I just thinking about it, you know if we could do it. Honestly, the God, yeah. I don't know if I could do it, honestly.
I know you would try, but I don't think you could cover all the areas. You wouldn't manage all the areas.
Yeah,
And,
I don't
yes,
I don't think it would. Alright.
you
The truth
don't
is,
mind cooking,
it
but
takes it will take some readjustment mentally and some
people
learning
do.
and I probably if I had to, I would have to.
Yeah, that's what I was
You
gonna
understand
get
me? I
at.
say,
Because
but
over the years, there's some like coming up to the journey, there
yeah,
are certain things that happen. And you thought that I couldn't and I did. But when you're
faced with the
faced with a
situation.
situation, you find yourself jump into fix it mood so quickly till you find yourself really being able to cope in situations that you thought I wouldn't. So
That is true. So Ruan says some people probably do it because one person probably deal with the kids more better,
better, yeah.
my thought, than the other. Um than the other, far as them listen to the peculiar parents.
Parents.
All right. Yeah, because um there are situations where, for example, even I think I saw it in a movie once where the mother, the wife, never grew up with certain type of
Love and
love
care.
and care and affection, and though she bore children, she just couldn't deal with them from an emotional standpoint,
Yeah.
whatever.
Try
And
to
and
take
and
time off. I
mhm.
don't know if it's the same show, but I watched it maybe wherein she couldn't deal with the mommy and the needs and
Yeah, the
everything.
needy
And
needy
though the
for the
husband was in
children.
a good job, they were in good financial status. At times she would went missing. Like she check into a hotel and that was her
Because she
time.
couldn't deal with it.
Right. And people thought that she was what would you say, a don't care abusive man because
Or
she
she
left the
was
kids to
psycho.
fend for themselves or she's psycho. But then the moral of the movie, the story was that she didn't know how she loved them, but
You know to show it.
she don't know how to show it. She don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to take care of the wants and the needs and them crying at her at once. She felt like she was going
When
insane.
insane.
So she had to take away herself out of the situation with
Mm-hmm.
her. And I don't know if it happened in real life, but me know say Jamaican woman themselves, them multitask, they can manage.
And
So
the other part I remember too, I remember because
someone
I
look.
watch a lot of like business series and thing. And I remember
But
I'm
it's
one of the entrepreneur, the man so he left his 6 figure job to work from home, all right, and he allowed his wife was one who went out and he found himself, adjusted himself to taking care of the
because
children
some things are
and
bigger
things.
than ego. Some things are bigger than ego. Some people are confident in all stages and steps
Mhm.
of their social surroundings.
But
So,
but notwithstanding that, he did say it was rough
but
because I don't know if it was 3 children or two, right? So whereas the mother can, I don't know how mothers do it, and can juggle and make sure everything in its place. For the man to adjust himself to that, it
I
won't take some
understand.
adjustment.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. But I mean, I think it's a very good idea for those who can maintain it.
Mhm.
I think it's a good thing because in in society back then and even coming on to now, the father have always been missing in
Which
action
sadly,
and
yeah,
all of
yeah,
those
yeah.
things. So if it's a new age thing where it's happening, well, I guess they always say the absence of the father make the prison become full. So
Hmm.
if that's the case and the role is being shifted now and everything,
That's
that
it.
means you should have
Prisons are
less,
empty,
right, and you should
empty. Yeah.
have less problem children and boys and prisons should be empty.
So
So
Marlene says that
yes.
a man must go out and work. That is the main thing to do, unless there's an understanding. But
Yeah,
no man
understanding.
should choose to stay home in the home,
We are
stay
all right. May
home,
I
and the
understand.
woman bring
Bring
you the
home the
food.
bread. All right,
Nah,
I understand.
but
I understand clearly. There are a lot of us ladies who are attracted to content.
yeah.
Understand, but the truth is, the man, and it depends
If
on
your
the
mission,
lady.
go ahead.
No,
Too much
honestly,
talking now.
honestly, I rather no. Honestly, I share it with. I share her
Marlene
point of
sentiments.
view.
I
I
will not.
share it.
Don't forget the point. Don't
However,
forget the point. La vida said, worse if the man is staying there and then when I get to him, all the stock
that's
still
what I'm
there for
coming.
me to
That's
do.
what I'm coming to La Vida. That is what. So
Uh,
though most women are attracted to hunters, but I believe that if a man is responsible enough to agree to this, and then no, when he's there and you are out to work, he follows maybe the list of things that need to be done and follow the time, the
because
principle.
if
Get
he
the stuff done. When the stuff is done, everything is good and clean. You're free. You
because just
understand?
like
So
when
kick
he's
him
when
back
he's when he's in
in
the
his
corporate,
job. Right.
there are things that he has to do. Because I
Follow
mean,
precept
even
upon
myself write
precept.
ups, write list, a to do list, whatever.
Right.
So I guess he can follow the to do list.
But as La Vida is saying, if it's a case wherein now you go out to work, right, and you come back expecting to see things done and he had a good full day because the evidence is there.
Mm,
And when you open the door, you enter. And because one thing with a lady, the person that we see is surrounded.
definitely.
But honestly, if it's not done, the face I go swell from here, so right to Montego
And
Bay.
and
And then if I go pick up, say, all right, I guess I see where I stand
and
tonight.
that is the point.
But
Go through still.
but honestly, that's not the point of view where I'm coming from. I'm coming from that if we agree upon this and me go out there, go fight corporate and get it done. When I come home, everyone must be speaking upon that need to be done. Let it be that you try. Say you're trying and all is not
Perfect.
perfect,
Yeah.
but I know that
90%
it's
is
in a
done.
right. It's a work in progress. I'm saying, okay, all right, tomorrow, the next day, you understand? You get
See,
better. Let it be a
see,
process where you get better.
can you imagine the wife come and say, why is that done? Why is that? How come? I was the man like, and you couldn't get it to finish
No, I
everything.
was
The kids
watching
were this.
football. It worse if you come. No, it worse if
Is it,
it
would
worse as a woman you come home and you hear go on.
and the plate
And
when I
when you
sing.
come in the place, another thing, the pretty them look like something throw upon them. The house look like say crumbs there's a crumbs there's a, no, that's a no. And then
Right.
I wouldn't even shout. My biggest expression, as you know, my face
Mm.
swell. And from my face swell, you know what that
Everybody
means.
know what that
Everybody
mean.
know what that means. So I mean nothing like that. From the man over time, remember, it works if this is not the norm for him.
Yeah.
You have to understand that it's gonna take time for him to get in the routine of getting things done.
Yeah.
You understand? And again, you can always visit at the table. If you've been doing this out for 3 months and you see it's not going anywhere because him just can't. Go back to the table. Visit back the table and see where to go from there, because at the same time you can't play fool with stuff that need to be done, things that are
Mhm.
important.
So Salavida made a mention that yes, some women have serious post partum
Yeah,
depression. Yeah,
repression.
that is. That, I think
Yeah,
that was what the movie was
that's what the
about.
movie was
Yeah,
about.
yeah. And but then I also made mention of the fact that there are some ladies who did not grow up with a mother figure who loved them and hugged them or whatever. So it was difficult for them to express the same to children. So and the father or the husband was someone who understood her position, but also grew up with the love and so forth. So he was able to express it. You understand me? So I mean, I can see, oh, for the children's sake in those instances where it,
Wearing.
you understand me? I say so Marlene says now, if money is not an issue, then we can work out something while they
Something.
are young. Other than that, that would be a miserable home.
Oh,
All right. Alavida says, men usually do not see the extent of the task women do until they have to do it.
yeah. And
That
again,
is when they realize it ain't no walk in the
or and then
park.
again, you have some men who are very meticulous. Because even my brother Ralston, he's married now,
Yeah.
but I know that if they should have children, that place will be thick
Yeah.
and fine.
If he's the one staying at
If
home,
he's
yeah
the
man,
one
him,
working from
yeah man,
home,
the
because
man is a
let me tell
clean
you,
genie.
say, me not have him OC, I OCD, what them call it?
Yeah, well we
Him,
don't have
him clean man, him clean, So some people have that trait already.
hmm
Some people have that trait. Some men know how to multitask.
yeah.
But they're like drill sergeant, they know how to get things done.
hmm
And, so some men would fit perfectly. But again, it depends on the man, because you have some men who can shift into action. They've never done certain things before, but
hmm
when they put their head to something and say, I'm not going to fail, they get it done.
But one of the things that I just by thinking about it too makes me take into consideration. So okay, if the role is switched, if the roles are switched around, yes.
Yeah.
For example, I who love football, um, and would want to go play some football in the evenings with my friend. Here it is now that why? I'm just gonna put myself in the position. I'm gonna look upon them and say it would be a serious challenge because, and then now it also makes me take into consideration that if your wife is at home and she's the one taking care of the kids and whatever, she will want for her time to unwind. You understand me? I say because sometimes as men we take it for granted that the fact that is a woman is her role. She know for the kids. She know for do whatever. We don't realize that we at some point have to know step in and let your wife take a break
So how
and
did
do
you
some things to make
manage?
she.
How did you manage when with the second time when I had Michael and I was at that? You had to cook, you have to carry food for me. So how did you do it?
Yeah, but yeah, me condition my mind for this because it wouldn't be forever.
Oh, I get it.
It's not going to be forever. So me condition my mind, and the truth is, I made sure equip myself mentally to deal with it because I mean the situation is what it is.
I know you want to
I
manage
couldn't
everything, yeah.
no, but me not like I am domesticated to a bit to a point,
But
but
not every day.
not fully. You understand me? Me not see myself staying home doing that
And I mean,
every day,
yeah. And it's not that
and
you
I
look
might
down
think
on
that
it,
at
it's
all.
just that, that's your temperance,
hmm
basically. You
hmm
will cook, you will iron, but not every day.
But let me ask a question though: is it a situation where for those new age thinkers or the new new relationship, experimental relationship, whatever them call them, is it that you're finding that now women are saying, you know what, we are now more empowered. Let us not now genderize and keep rules specific to gender because whatever a man can do, I can do it too. You
I don't
understand me?
think it's that.
Or you have some the man them know who does get blinking lazy and feel say yo, me can get more time to watch football, or we can get more
Well,
time
I
to
cannot speak. I cannot speak to either or, but I can imagine
right.
that it do make sense if it's a situation where you have some ladies in corporate who are managers and all of that, and
Mm.
carrying in the bag, versus you have men out there and a 9 to 5, and it can't really do much.
Mhm.
And then they have children now that need to be, as we say,
Attended to.
then in that situation, I can understand. But if it's just a situation where the man is saying, so yeah, make so much money, why am I about to work on this money? No make no sense. And then he at home slacking off, no, still go
Mm.
out there, go make the little bit. You understand?
Mm.
And I will carry in the bag and then we put it together and it still can do something.
Right.
But it cannot be that the man just wants to stay home and just lock up and do nothing. And nothing is getting. I don't think anybody in their rightful mind would
You know,
want to
have it like that.
have it like that.
So I so I have to say good night to Lavita. She says she's gonna try and get some shut eye. So she have to run. So say good to have been here with us. Happy to
All
have had
right.
you,
Yeah,
Lavita.
happy to have you,
And of
Lavito.
course greet your husband for us.
Yeah, family.
Yes, and your little daughter. Blessings. Yeah. So we're not gonna be very long either way too. But when we look at the fact that the woman now is carrying the money, we honestly believe that that woman has to have a proper level head.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because you have ladies who they will they will now use that as an opportunity to say, okay, you know what, and me I carry the money, so I have the finance say how it is spent, how it is used. You understand me? I say
Yeah.
no again. For me, it is all well and good enough if the two parties have that level-headed thinking to come to that decision, right? But some, I don't know.
And
I'm thinking,
or honestly, in a
mm,
situation like that, I would want to think that the man would know their partner to know
if you're willing
if
to make that
yeah,
choice.
if he's willing. You
Hmm.
understand? Because the truth is, you may have ladies who are bossy and who believe that they're superior. But I think that if that man have sense, the man would not agree to such a thing,
Hmm.
because it would not be that decision would not be made solely upon for the best interest. Then it will be making for the woman to feel superior and
Hmm.
high and mighty. So
Hmm.
in a situation like that, I think a conscious man would say, no, I'm fine with what is up,
Hmm.
with working my job or what have you. But I'm taking it from the positive perspective, wherein, yeah, if that's a situation wherein you can afford to do it and it's a better situation for the family, and as a woman, you know your place, you know what is a man's place, and you know that respect is level, that bottom line, no disrespect no matter what, and that's still your husband, you still have to give the honor and everything. I know that it's just money you're making.
The other point,
That's different.
and the other point I want to make is this: does this type of arrangement gives the woman a more safer, a more secure feeling emotionally because she knows her husband is at home and
It could
and
be.
he's there with the kids.
I
So
mean,
so so she knows exactly where he's at any given point because he's
yeah, but
working
being
from
at
home.
home, whatsoever he's gonna do at home, whatsoever she may think he would have done at home, it would be worse with him being whatsoever she thinks that he'll be doing that she
Outer
don't
road.
want him to do
Hmm.
out the road and the job,
Hmm.
it will be worse at home
Because he have more.
because he's at home, he has more time. So it's all about being healthy thinking. It's all about putting things in perspective
Hmm.
and make sure if you agree upon such a thing, both of you
With
make sure
weight.
this is what you really want and look on all the pros and the cons and why and the benefits of it. Other than that, it don't make sense
Don't
because
set
somebody
yourself
just
up.
tired for work.
Hmm.
Unless he's going into retirement, and if he's going into retirement, then can he afford to go into retirement?
Well, I mean, retirement would be one between, well, the age is one, or maybe it's not retirement, maybe it's just you're tired of the corporate life. She does decide say, you're going to do something different.
And that's fine. But with the responsibility that comes with that, is whatever the agreement is, they have to stand by it and live by it.
Mhm.
And it benefits the whole family.
Do you think, and those online can tell us it, do you think that the lady would love the man more because of that choice?
Well, it depends on the couple. I don't know. They should have loved him a lot before all of that.
The love should have been what it is from
From
before.
before all of that,
Yeah.
because why are you going to love him more for that? Is it that one person is? How is it? Is it benefiting your ego? Your what? Why are you
Mhm.
going to love him more for that? If
Because,
you have a
because it's
newfound
like you find.
respect, I can
Okay,
understand
maybe
a
that's
newfound
the word,
respect
right?
because it takes a good, strong man to decide to do such a thing and
Hmm.
abide by doing so. So a
Hmm.
newfound respect, yeah,
So Marlene says, staying home does not make you feel more secure.
exactly.
Have access to social media and all. So,
Mm, I know. Yeah, I
but
know,
it's
Bobby.
still, well, I still raise my hat to the men who decide
Yeah,
to
it
to
takes a
do it
lot
this
to
way,
do such a job.
and for the ladies to come to that agreement. And what it says to is that both parties are secure in the
In the
relationship.
relationship and their mental
Yeah,
states.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, and I don't, I am not one to be negative on anything, but we have heard of instances where the wife goes out to work and the man use the opportunity to mess around
Mess
with
around.
somebody else
I mean, what
and
I'm
thing.
glad for is that obviously it's working for some
Hmm.
persons. If it wasn't working, I don't think they would make such a
Even, yeah, and
choice.
it will even be something to even be spoken of.
Yeah. And it's beneficial to family life.
Hmm.
It is. Because by then children should be, more time with the children, more grounded and everything. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And this is not, we're not talking about the people who's going to take it for occasion to do all of their local cunning craftiness.
Hmm.
It's about what really work. People who are disciplined and know how to, apply themselves to get the end results.
So Marlene says she don't think love him more, no. And him not pulling him weight. No way. No way, man, not pulling weight. The
Maybe
man, the
she's
man, the man.
talking from another
Explain
perspective.
yourself, man. Because the truth is, if the man is staying home, right, and taking care of the kids, and when you come home, you now have to look for good at the kitchen and make dinner or look over the kids. Everything is nice, big and
Mhm.
spot. That him a pulling weight.
And if you can afford it, you don't have to be cooking every day because he's a human being. So nobody
Mm,
wants to be
mm.
cooking every day,
In being around the
go
store
on the
every day.
stove every day. So, you know, trust me, these new age children and young people, they will let it work.
I would love to probably see somebody who was actually done it for years and see the result of the children,
Yeah.
and versus, mhm, the children versus what would have been traditionally.
Mm.
Because I'm traditional, I mean, probably gets that by now. However, I think one of the only way I probably would have done it if it's a situation where it has to is mainly benefiting the children. Meaning, I mean, my wife and I would have had a discussion, but the discussion would have came up because of the
Yeah.
children.
But again, if the wheel has turned or it,
Mhm.
said with us, we're in, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
If it was me who have to go out and carrying the more, I wouldn't mind it at all. I wouldn't mind it. And I know you. I know you're a person who like to fail. It works if me ever come said to you said this was an agreement and you're not fulfilling you. If you have to pop your legs and everything, you're not give me that to say that all the time.
True
So
word. All right, so Marlene is
I
saying
wouldn't
that
mind.
if it is an agreement and not just wanting not to work. Okay.
Yeah.
So we understand the point now. So you're saying if it's something where the both of you sit down and make a conscious decision, you can work with it. But there's a situation where you might tell say, boy, me stay with me, man, because he take care of the kids. But really and truly, his ulterior motive is just go work.
If that's the case, if you haven't come to know the idea, so
Guys,
Marlene said something.
yeah, man, I just read it. Okay, mom. Okay. The morning says, my mom was particularly a single parent and she has no issue with discipline. There you go. Yes, I mean because she played both roles, the role of the mom and the dad, which to me still has its deficiencies.
Mm.
Still has its deficiencies.
Whereas if you
However,
have brothers who determined that they were going to test mom,
mhm, mhm.
you
But
know,
however, I mean, I never go. My mom was with somebody when I was a child, and my stepfather wasn't somebody that was a disciplinarian for me. I mean, he was just there. We never had a close
so you
relationship.
had your father.
Yes, but I had time to spend with my father. So and then it was more money thing for my father still.
Yeah.
Let's go collect money and that was it. But my own discipline, me not lie to you, my discipline and my mental state came really actually from my mother because you say this and that and don't go to sugar beg nobody and don't do this and don't do that and then that
Earlier
shaped you.
part in my
Yeah,
life.
it did shape our approach life. However, I still think it would have been good and a real balance to have that. And that's why I honestly believe that there should be relationship, solid relationship when you're rearing children. It's too much of a burden for the woman to do it by herself. It is more a better thing for both parties to be
Yeah.
there, being contributing to the development of the
Yeah.
children.
And life happens if you don't have a father and there's an uncle figure or some male figure somewhat who still have a say, you understand? That works too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, for those who are on the live, I want to thank you for coming
Yeah,
on.
thank you all
Yeah,
for coming
it has been a wonderful hour. Yeah, time fly, really having fun.
in.
For those who are watching now, um, come on to the live, man. We do it every Sunday, unless we announce otherwise. But every Sunday right here between 8 and 8:30. So come on and share your views, share your opinion. Again, we'll have another live, God's willing, next week Sunday evening. But look out for, of course, our midweek video upload for midweek, whether it's going to be a blog or a video we upload. And of course, we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching and you have not yet liked the video, go ahead and like the video. I'm not talking about those who are on live. Those on live have done their part. Talking you who just watch the video a day after or 2 days after, whatever the case may be, you need to like the live. You need to like it too, so that you can help YouTube acknowledge us and promote our videos.
Don't
All
know what
right.
happened to Carlene tonight. Maybe she's
Yeah,
tired after church.
we're missing a lot of our persons who now come
But
on.
we're grateful for Sandy,
Sandero
Rowan,
and La
Lavida,
Vida.
everyone that's stepped
Yeah,
in
man.
with it.
And those who are silent watchers
And
and not
silent
not,
watchers.
not commenting. All right. So
And hi,
guys,
Tanisha. I know you
yes,
always
Tanisha
watch.
always watching, always watching. And I
Thank
do have
you. Brian,
Rayan,
Rayan. Let
Rayan
me not call him. My
Rayan,
father
Rayan.
name. Him.
If he's watching from Cayman. But if you are birds, you can indicate, all right? Lessons.
And my Lord is late tonight. I'm not
Yes,
going to an
Christopher.
hour at
Christopher
tonight.
always gets sorry if you miss it, Chris, you miss it. But thanks again, Marlene. Thanks again,
Thank
Rowan.
you
La
all.
vida.
Love you guys.
Blessings.
Appreciate your
So
time.
until our next video upload, until our next
Thanks,
live.
Rowan, for sharing.
Yes, and of course, again, we celebrate your birthday, Rowan. Celebrate it with
Yes.
you. So until our next live, until our next video upload, we're saying God bless. Who is that now? Hold on.
That's Marlene.
No, this is somebody.
Yeah, have a
Okay.
good night,
Okay.
Marlene.
Marlene is saying good night.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Well, that's an unknown
Yeah.
name. Anyway, God bless and see you guys next time. See you on the other side. Blessings.